Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So back in Derail Valley, got you guys a train simulator episode, which was my target in between. The other thing I've been working on now is just, we had that weird motion that was going on. I went ahead in calibration and configuration and restored to defaults, and I think things appear smoother. So I at one point was testing to see, like, could you use a controller instead? And you can to some degree, but it's pretty limited. So I'm not going to do that. But that may have been it. So there may have been some sort of controller setting that was kind of going in there, just making sure it didn't reset anything there. So we have 52,612.50. And again, we only have, because if I look at fees, we have some. So we're likely going to want to go ahead and get some licenses, but not sure yet. So we had gotten dispatcher, but more than likely we're going to want a few other things from what I understand. So at this point, we're going to have... Let's see, logistical halls. So we're looking for freight halls. Goods factory to harbor towns, haul empty cars. And then, okay, apparel, footwear, pipes, chemicals. So yeah, you would think we'd have a few items, but let's see. So I'm also trying to figure out, because right now it looks like we have this, and this requires fragile and long, which is interesting. Because they're going to Harbor Town. That's 18,282. So... And if we go, let me take a look, because this one's going to Harbor Town as well. The thing I don't know is, will it allow me to take these? Because I think taking this along with the goods factory, the first freight haul, I think the second one, not such a good idea. So I'm not sure. Like, I think that one, I'm going to just pop on the floor to know that that's a problem. But let's see. So we've got... This will take a little bit because it looks like we've got to get things from D1S, B3S, and B2S. So there's going to be 3 separate cards. My concern is, am I going to get a long haul need? Because I'm trying to just do something. But I guess, let me see. Harbor and Town is here. I'm at the goods factory. See, I also don't know what kind of grades we've got here, because there's a lot of mountains. So I'm not a big fan of that either. So the sawmill is there. Goods factory in town. So yeah, goods factory in town, that's us. So that's interesting, because this one's like literally... Whoops. That's not what I wanted. I wanted that one. Food factory in town. So does that mean that it's going to go there? Because it's like, it's going to have me deliver it here. Because, yeah, here we're unloading and storing a train. Like, you know, so maybe I do... Because, yeah, the other one's going to the sawmill, which we're not heading toward. Because I'd like to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to give this a go then. I don't like the fact that it's in 3 locations, because that's going to take a little bit. So we may just do the shunting job in this episode and then continue on afterwards. But if I'm doing that, So I'm going to take this, and we're going to go and... Oh, let's check our weather. So oh, it's rainy all day. Well, we're just shunting. It's only 8 o'clock, so... Yeah, it's already raining. Alright, so if I pull up the map... Well, and if I do this, so I need D1S, and then B3S, D2S. So D1S is at the bottom. It's right there. And then 2S and 3S right there. So we'll come in this way if I remember, right? Because the B yard, yeah, the B yard is there. So we can go up there and then come down. Well, I probably want to do the B's last. So the trick is we're going to come in this way, I think. See, the one out the top is... Okay, so I guess that's there. So if I go to C... Okay, because I'm assuming loading platform. So I think I actually want to go up the top, because what that will give me here is then I come in here. Goodness gracious. This one's not that easy. Because if I go in here, like I'm going to be... Well, I might pull in that way. So yeah, if I go back to the DR, basically the locomotive will likely be on this side. I suppose I could just determine how I want to do it. So let's go take a look here and see what we have. Oops. In DS. So... Okay, because this is the B... Well, okay, so this is the B yard. And then, yeah, this is 2S. So I'm guessing it's this car. Where do I have... Okay. It's 48, right? No, it's 51. So that's a refrigerator car. But yeah, this should be 2S, and then the next one should be 3S. I don't understand. Oh, is that it? No, it's not 48. Because it looks like this is the end. I am so confused. So... Maybe they're flat. So maybe they're flat cars. And it's just picking up containers. So yes, okay, so GL51. So there's one there. And then I need the other one on 3S. Is this it? Yes, okay. So if I come through... And again, go... Whoops. It's hard to just do one. So if I come through the yard, and then I can back up here, and then go in, and then the train is facing that way, and then we'll go in. So I need, obviously, to come out of D, and then go that way, and then just come through here, and then go to, and... Okay, so that works. And then D1S is down there. So, interesting. So yeah, you never know what jobs they're going to spawn. So we should have a locomotive down here that we can use, I would think. Might be where we left it. So yes, I am running, believe it or not. Okay, and 1S is going to be all the way on the other side of the yard. Okay, did I forget? Maybe I don't know where the locomotives spawn here, which is why it's good to do this before. Alright, and yes, I kind of would want it on this side, but goodness, please don't tell me it's here in the middle. Oh boy, I think it is. Yep. GL51. It's not connected, but... Right, so we're going to have to get that. I mean, that's easy enough to move one over, but... If I'm now in here and I come in and connect to the... Connect in here, so like I pull through the yard, connect in here, you know, move that one, say, to 2-0, and then grab that car. I'm facing the wrong way, but I can exit out of the yard and then go... Whoops. And then go through here, come up this way, and come in the B yard. So I think that would work. So that'll work that way. So that'll be the plan. Alright, so now it's a matter of figuring out where... I think we've got a locomotive down here, maybe? But is it one I can use? Or is it something else? No, it is... It is one, and it's probably... Yeah, what I had dropped off or something. Okay, so we can use this. But now the question is, how do I turn around? Okay, we are disconnected. So... If I go in... So let's see, is there a turntable? No, these are all power water. It's like if I go back to the steel mill, which is where we started... Yeah, I'm trying to remember, like, what the symbols are. Turntable is that. Okay. So, like, in this case, that's the turntable, which was off at the bottom of the yard. Do we have a turntable here if we want to use it? So where are we? Are we at the goods? Yeah, we're at the goods factory. So nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. So, question is, like, I'm facing this way. If I pull out... This is like, how do I turn myself around? And it's gonna have to happen. Because if I go through here... Okay, if I'm facing that way and I go there... And then, like... There's not a turnaround is my problem. Let me think this through. I'll try to cut this out and do this later. Alright, so I think I have a plan. But I'm basically going to go and do everything and get the cars collected. And then go turn the job in. Is what we're going to do. So we're going to go in here. We don't need the wipers on as high. It must have, like, remembered that I was doing this. Where's our fuel? Alright, fuel's not bad. We're just shunting. But yeah, I really needed to turn this thing off, is the problem. So we'll get that there. Interesting that that is set there. Alright, so we're off. We're gonna want to go there. And now we're gonna... Whoops. And then we're going to run the throttle up. And basically, I need to go down through the middle. And again, we can only go about 15 here, but we want to get through past that switch. But there's 2 tracks that are empty. There's obviously the pass-through track, which is what I'm going to ultimately stage the car on. And then there's the outbound track as well. So I'm going to go this far right now. And then we're gonna... Whoops. We're gonna put the brake on. We're gonna head over here. Yeah, this is so much nicer. So yeah, I'm gonna set that, and that'll move me through the center. We're going to turn on our lights here so we can see. Okay, and then we're gonna reverse here, and then we're gonna go. I have to decrease my brake. Then we're gonna go. Alright, what am I missing? Oh. Somehow my thing didn't go in. There we go. So now we're set there. It's a little crazy. So I did look through the settings we have, or the, you know, where they're going. Whoops, 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 whoops. That's not what I wanted, because... Well, it'll work, I guess, so we'll make do. I really wanted to go through the center line. But this inbound, I think, is also empty. Again, I don't want to go too far. Let's see. So if I'm wrong, we're going to have a problem, but I walked it. It should be okay, and then what that will allow me to do is it will allow me to get through and then I can move the one car, and then I can come back through. I can put the car I want. So I'm going to connect to the front, obviously, which I'd prefer not to haul with. But again, the other thing I was thinking is I'm in the yard. If I'm, like, connected and I don't get the cooling, I don't know that it'll be the end of the world. But I probably don't want to get in the habit of doing that. But yeah, having this one empty as well is good. And, you know, so I'll move the one car onto, say, now I do not want to make sure, because I'm going to D30, which, no, that's not what we're on. That 30 is the other side. So that's interesting, too. I'm going to have to think that one through, because, well, I can probably push it, the other way, but yeah, we need to get all the way here, and I'm sure, like, if we exit out of the yard or something. I don't know. Like, I'm sure we can't go super, super far. But yeah, I need to get past this switch here. Okay. So now we're there. And now I want to go left. Or, I'm sorry, right. Just look at the map again. So we're on D. And we're looking for D1S. So I want... And so if I go back, so D30 is on that side. My concern is bringing the train back from the other side and putting it on 30. I may have to push other cars. So that there may be a lot there, but we'll see. Alright, so I need to go right, and right. So I need to go, yep, so we're all set there. So now at this point, I want to change this. I want to pull this down. And then I want to move forward. Oh, we were already moving. Wow. So clearly that's like a downhill. I'm just hopeful that I'm going to be able to do what I need. Because this is the only locomotive I can drive, and it doesn't have a lot of power, but I think... you know, I've seen a trick where you can kind of use two of them without having the multi-unit. But see, 30 is where we want to go, and in theory, it would be great to put it on this end, but... I don't know, there might be enough room on the other end. I mean, it is only 3 or 4 cars. But, so 1S is here. So I'm going to take this car and I'm going to put it on 2. And then I'll come back and get this car and move it. But again, we're able to stage all this ahead of time. I don't want to cut too hard. Right. So we're just going to do that. Alright, and that should... Oops, let me go out here. Are they close? They are. Alright. So this will be the real trick, because my god, this was the thing I was fighting with all the time. So if I put that there, spin that, connect these, turn that on, and turn that on. Yeah, this is so much nicer. Holy moly. Alright, and then we need to turn the brake off. Oh, I can't even tell you how much better that feels. Okay. So now we want to pull this out. And that'll just be this car. And so we just need to get it past the first switch. So what I was starting to say in the beginning is I spent a little bit of time just kind of getting familiar, because one of the things was, I know this is an early access title, and I'm like, how often do they update things? And it looks like they updated relatively frequently for a little bit, but then this version has been out for over a year, and it looks like it might not be till 2027 till they do the next one, which is fine. Alright, so this is the switch I need. And so we just need to get past that, which now we are. And now we want to move this to the left. because I want to get that car over, and then we're going to flip this. We're going to move this down, and then we're going to toggle that forward. And again, we're not going to go super, super fast. But the nice thing is, yeah, this is going to be the version we have, other than maybe a patch or something, but I don't even know that we're going to get that. Because at this point, I think it's probably pretty solid. They've done a bunch of, like, we're on 99.7. So build 99 was the kind of the big one. So I think I want to get this car past the sign. But I can leave this car here, and I don't care because, like, things will change then when I come do other things. But this should now have this clear. Alright, and that's slowing me down. So we've got the brake. Gonna want to flip that, but right now we'll go out here, and we're gonna again reverse everything. So we disconnect that, undo that, move that back. Oh my god, I can't even tell you. And I'm sure you guys will be happier too, because it's not driving me bonkers, just trying to see what I'm doing. So now I need to go right back where I was. Now the confusing part is the fact that this kept running and all of that. It's like, I didn't think it should do that. Alright. So that will do that. And now we want to flip this back and go get the car that we want. Because again, that's the front. Well, anyway, let's go do what we need. I've kind of got my brain doing a few things that it maybe shouldn't be doing. But yeah, we want to go get that, because I'm like, where's the front and where is the coolant? I think it's in front of us. So we'll see that when we go. We'll be able to kind of verify that. We've got a little ways to go. And again, this is why I'm doing this ahead of time, because the game lets you do that. And then we can have everything staged before we pick up the job, and then go take it to load, and then just bring it to unload. So it should be easy. But yeah. You know, in the future, maybe I won't show some of this prep work. Whoa. Alright, did slow down enough, so we're below 5. That's supposed to be what we need for, you know, not having a problem. I mean, that was a thump, so let's not kid ourselves. And again, 51, 51. So this is absolutely the car we want. I just kind of wanted to be sure. Again, we'll get that. And I can't quite see that, but we'll get that. Sounds beautiful. And yes, now, yes, that's the front. That is not. So that's the thing. Like, in theory, and we'll watch this now, especially as we're like, well, as we're doing anything, but, okay. So now we're going the other way, and now the temperature is what we're keeping an eye on a little bit. Like, see, it's not doing much, and I think while it's empty, it should be okay. Alright, so it must have kind of stopped because I turned off the power. So let's see, maybe this won't go super fast with a load on it. I mean, it is slowly creeping up, and we can go this fast, but now I need to get out, again, kind of out of the yard and to the front space that I was at, where I switched. So when I say front space, I mean out there. So we're kind of heading out under the viaduct. So we got 1, 2, and there goes 3. Alright, so we're going 10, but again, we only have 1 car here. And so I need to go past that switch, which is there. Because otherwise we're going to go to the side here, and we don't want to do that. But yeah, I like the fact that we have a possibility of... so yeah, this is the switch, so we're going to put this down here. And then once it's through there, I should be okay. And so now I want to put this there. I want to, again, flip that. Put my brakes back, let everything recharge again. And then we're going to push this forward a bit. Again, we're watching the temp. It's not getting anywhere in the danger zone. But it looks like they're going to have a pretty major update. I don't know that they're introducing passengers yet in the next version, but I think it's coming up. But I like the fact that it's a bit, and again, they don't charge you for that. Now, they're also talking about a USA map DLC, which is interesting. Now, I'm going to go ahead and we'll just leave it here. Alright, and we want to go there. Okay, we're going to want to put this on. Oh, speaking of, I didn't let me put the brake on this thing, because I had not. So that's the right thing to do. I definitely want to get in the habit of doing the right things, because I think that's going to serve me well. But now I can go around on the other track and get on the other side of this. See, I'm sure if I don't cut the air off, we'd have some ridiculous explosion or something, and that would be awful. So we don't want to do that. Alright, so now I want to do that. Lower this down, and now I want to go around to the other side. So now I need to go to the same switch. And I need to go on 5i. So I need to get far enough, because like I want to go here, but I need that switch, I believe, to go the way I want to go. Is there another one? I think so. Because this doesn't seem right. I don't think I'm far enough yet. Because that switch is, like there's another one here that I'm missing right there. Okay. That was where I was a little bit confused. Okay, so at this point I can see, like right there, we're past the rail. Alright, so now I want to go there, go to the left, and then go to the right. So again, we're gonna flip this, turn the brake off. I'm feeling pretty good about all of this. Right. And then we'll go through here, and that gets us on the other side of the car, which we will go turn around and come back and get. And then we'll head over to the B yard, we'll pick up the ones we need, and then we'll bring things back. Now, while we're doing this, we're going to look at 3-0 over here, which is where we need to put this, because there's a lot of room here. And so my concern is, like, can I push all those cars? That's a lot of cars, but I don't know. I'll see, because it looks like maybe the green car is the end. Maybe this is kind of centered nicely. Because I'm going to need to be able... I just need to get 3 cars in there. So it's just like 1, 2, 3. It's half of this train, because then there's another 3 cars here. So we may have enough room, which is good. You know, and I'm guessing that's what our train will look like in a moment. But yeah, I need to get 3 cars on here, so 1, 2-ish. Yeah, I think there's enough room. Alright, I feel better now. Because 3-0, like, you know, I could still have cars sticking out this far. Alright, I was worried that the train went, like, all the way to the other side. And that wouldn't work, frankly. But yeah, we're good. Feel much, much better now. I mean, the good thing, other than once you take the job, there's not really any time here that matters, so I'd rather be slow right now. Whoops, I always keep doing the wrong one. Alright, so now again, I need to flip this left. That will move me straight, and that will move me down the line. Alright, and so again, we'll flip this, we'll lower this, and now we'll go get our car. And so we'll have our first of 3 finally. But this gives you an example of what I've seen of, like if we're doing this and we were on the clock, we have what? I mean, we have 78 minutes, but still, like, we've probably spent 15 or 20 of them just trying to get this one car. Because I have no doubt that I'll do the rest of it in 15 minutes, because basically I'll have it sitting on the loading platform. We just won't load it yet, because otherwise we don't get credit. Alright, so I gotta be careful, because if I hit the wrong thing, I will slam into this and it will be a bad day. Because we are... oh goodness, yeah, we are moving, so... we're gonna turn this up. Gonna let that go. We're gonna need to slow it down a little bit more, but at least, you know, we're not approaching at a breakneck speed right now. But yeah, definitely enjoying just the work of this. I don't know how else to explain it. I just want to make sure I'm solidly below. There we go. Alright. So now, hopefully, because we've only hit it at 5, we can get out here and connect to this. Alright, I want that, connect, and connect. Alright. Alright, and this one is released. Does that mean it was released on the other side, too? Ooh, it was. Okay, well. So that was bad on my part. But now, we can just go around. Whoops, whoops, whoops. So we're going to plan this out. So we're going to go here. Alright, because now we can flip what we need here, which I could have always done the other way. So now we're on this. So we want to go... Well, these were converging, so they'll set themselves. And then we're going to go through the sea yards. So here we want to go to the left, to the right. That'll push us through 2, and then that will not matter. Whoops. And then, again, to the left. And then we'll go through, and we'll probably just pick up 3, go through, pick up 2, go through, come back. And, should be okay. I think. So, because otherwise, like, if I had gone through here... See, because you go out, you're, like, always facing the same way. So it is a bit challenging that way. So I'm not sure how this is all going to play out as we go through things. Alright. So now... Oops, I need to do that. That's my problem. And yes, we want to head out this way. So, turn the brakes off. And now we go a little ways here. And now, again, our temperature, you'll notice it doesn't go up to like between 30 and 45. It stays down quite a bit because we're getting airflow. So, probably good there. Seems like we're going a little faster than we'd want here. Because usually yards are like 15, so... And again, 3.0 is where we want to be on the way back. But right now... Like, I do have to remember to turn the job in before, like, when, you know, once we connect all the cars, that's one thing. But, yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that up. So I would think we can go a little bit quicker than 15. And again, we're sloughing off a bit of speed here. You know, just from the, I assume, the friction of it going around the turns and all that. So yeah, I can see we're coming up on 50 minutes of recording, and I know I've got little pieces here and there, like I was thinking and trying to figure out how to turn around, all that. So yeah, now we're going here, and again, if we go through... Whoops. It's the one thing I need to make sure. Yeah, we're just going around, because otherwise we could just turn around there, but that doesn't help me much. Alright. We'll just put a little power on here, just to keep moving, but you can see we're, like, vibrating. Like, you know, we're probably, you know, it's probably a sign that, like, well, you're pushing this a bit, you're pushing this a bit. And then again, we've got the sea yard coming up here. And this, I think, is the yard that in the future will be passengers. Because these are passenger platforms, I believe. Alright. And then the B yard is right up there, so... But we need to go all the way through that. I'm just making sure. 3 cars, right, 3 pickups. But we're getting 6,000, and again, we'll get, we'll get 10-ish. So that'll get us up to 62, so it's not great. Especially, I mean, because the thing that's going to really thwart this is if I'm going to need a license I'm not expecting. Like, if I'm still somehow going to need a long license. Which I thought you only needed for 10 cars, so that is interesting. 10 or more cars. Because it's not like that load had that, but... Right, and again, we're staying to the left. Because we're basically going through the loading. Because if we go back here... Whoops. You know, there's 2 at 2 and... there's 2S, there's 1L. So this is our loading platform. Again, the machine just right there with the little light. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please consider that. I usually forget to say those things till the end, but... So, I think those 3 containers, I don't know if they actually vanish from there and pop up. That'll be interesting to keep an eye out, because this is like 4 containers. So you'd say this is something else, and this one's got to be something else entirely. Because you've got trailers and containers, and I think all 6 of these probably are together. Maybe not. Okay, so we just go in the tunnel. So we got to get past the switch. The shadow on the brick is pretty awesome. Right, so get the brakes on. We now want to go left and oh, actually that's it. So if I look, let me just make sure, because yeah, okay, it's that, and then we want to go right because we don't want to pass by, so we want that one to go that way. I believe. So let me look at the map, because in theory this should now be left and right. Yeah. And that one's right as well, which makes sense because we just pulled through that. Alright, so now we want to again flip this, turn this off, and then go. Ooh, we started rolling the wrong way, which is not good. Alright, we can probably turn the wipers off, is what that squeak is telling me. Alright, so we need a little bit of power. And again, we'll go here, and then we should go over to the right. Yep. And you can see the symbol on the bottom, too. But yeah, we don't want to be, like, we're going pretty quick here. Ah. That's not what I wanted, but... Let's see. That should be about as fast as I can go. And then I need this car. I need this car and this car. So we are getting a little bit of rain, but it's nothing crazy. Alright. So we're gonna hop out here. And that should connect us up. Let's just make sure it's 51. Yep. Okay. So now again, we want to get here to here, connect, bring it up, and bring it up there. Undo the handbrake. And now we've got two, and again, they're on the front, but we'll be pushing the other way, so it's going to be a bit interesting. I'm going to have to keep an eye, and this is where I kind of learn some things, because, yeah. Okay. So we got that, and now we want to pull back out where we were. So again, now this is a lot more weight, so the temperature will go up a bit, but it shouldn't go up crazy because it's still just that same RPM, and we're able. Now again, I don't need to go as far, so we're gonna do that. Whoops. And we just need to get... Oh no, I do have to go all the way, because I have to go straight down to get to the other switch. So yeah, we're like going downhill, you can tell already, through this tunnel. And I think, not sure if this is the way we need to go or not. It'll be interesting. But anyway, I need to change that. And then I need to change that. And that should get us where we need. So now what we're going to want to do, because we're going uphill, is change that. We're going to put a little throttle on, and we're going to release. And then we won't roll backwards and be fighting that. So, again, I don't want to go too fast. Not sure how good it is for the train to keep oscillating like that, but we have to, or we... Because, yeah, it's a negative 1.3 grade there. Alright, so now... just need a tiny bit of breakage. Maybe a little more. Come on. Alright. So we're good there. Okay, I think we're connected. We'll find out in a moment. Yeah. Alright, so again, 51. Yep. So we're gonna take that handbrake off. I probably should... Oh. I don't understand. Okay. No, so I need to be here. So yeah, let me connect these first. Turn that on. Okay. So this is actually the one... Whoops. Alright, well, in theory, that is loose. That is loose. don't understand. And that is loose. Or no, that is on. What am I doing? That is loose. Alright. So I put the brakes on both of these, sorry. 5 o'clock position is off. Alright. So they're off. Alright, and now we've got these. Now again, we want to go up this way. We're going to turn off our brake. And we need to go through, because now we need to get to 1L. So this is going to, you know, we're going to have a weight to push here. There we go, we've got 3. But we've got to get everything past this. Alright, and at this point, like, you can see the train tip down. So I am gonna put the brake on. I'll let it go a little bit here, because I don't think I'm past yet. Now we are, I believe. So we want to go there, and there. Whoops, no. We want to leave this, so we want to go left and left. Alright. So now we're going there. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to put the throttle on, and then we are going to release this. And this should push us through. What kind of temperature? 45, so it's not awful. And again, we're pushing uphill. So keep that in mind. Like, we have got some power going on here. And we want to get a good ways in there. So the blinking green light, I think, is always the indicator of where the office is in a location. So yeah, given the default US map thing they're talking about, I'm guessing they're saying, hey, this is basically European. I mean, it could feel like anything, I suppose. But, alright, so now we've got to be fully in 1L, I'm sure. But we don't want to go too far. So again, I'm probably just past 10. I'm not going crazy. But now we're gonna put our brake on pretty heavily here. Alright, and now we're finally gonna go turn in this job. Whoops, wrong side. I mean, well, now I'm turned around. Okay, there it is. So now we're finally going to go turn in this job and do it. And again, we'll have 78 minutes from this point now. So we're going to take this. All we need is shunting. So we're going to accept the order. We're going to take that. Again, we've done the pickups. Well, so there. We need D1S. 3S, 2S, and now we're here. So it should... I don't know. I don't know that it tells us we did it or not, but anyway, we'll go over here. And then we'll go down here. We should be at the loading platform. And I should be able to now load. Whoops. All right. So GL51, it said. So it like doesn't mark it as done, but now we're on B1L, and now we need to take it to D30, and then we turn it in. So again, let's go. And again, now it'll weigh a lot more, obviously. All right, so we want to keep going the way we're going. We're going to undo this. You know what? We're not going to undo it yet, because I don't want to roll. I'm going to pull up my map, and we're going to make sure we have all the switches set. So we're going to do this methodically. So obviously converging out. Now we want to the left. Yep, to the left, converging out. And then we're coming in here to 30, so we're going to want to go to the left and then to the right. And that will put us in 30. And that should do it. So it should just be go and deliver. But now we'll see. I mean, again, I don't know that we're going to go super, super fast. Now, does it tell us, like... See, it doesn't really tell us how heavy this is. It might in the beginning. 51 tons only. That just seems unlikely. Maybe they're empty containers. I don't know. Right, uncouple. And then validate on the destination track. And that's it. Alright, so... We're now going through C. Alright, I don't want to go too fast again. Temperature's actually good. So I would think, like, yeah, we can't really see where we're at. We're gonna slow this down, and it's probably gonna slough off speed. No. And we'll see how this goes. Alright, so we've come around the turn. We're getting close to the D yard. Like, now we can start to see it. Again, as long as we have all our switches set properly, should be okay. So, left, left. So, let me look. So, yeah. We want left, left. Now I'm second guessing myself. So let me just make sure. So it's left, right. Yeah. Okay. It's you can't see, so it's a little tricky. Because, yeah, I think it's where that... So, yeah, like, I think this is the place... Yeah, so, and then we're going left and right. So, yeah, like, I should start seeing the train. Alright, we're still going almost 10. Alright. Yes, we're seeing the train. And now it'll go, and then basically I need it to turn down that first thing. Okay, so it almost looked like it was going down the other track, but it's not. So this looks okay. Just can't tell where I'm at. Alright, Alright, so now we should slowly be seeing the train appear. Yep. So we're good. 3-0, we can see it. Just gonna speed up a little bit because we're down to like nothing. And again, I should have room. So we're past the sign with the first car, I would say, right now. Second car. Alright, so that's as far as I can go. And then we just need to get in D30. We're going to need to put the brake on. We're going to need to decouple. And then we turn it in. Right, so at this point, you should be good. So we're going to need to get off here. We're going to need to put a brake on at least one of them. So we have that. We go here. Whoops. Don't want to blow something up at the end. I've never seen anything about if you do it in the wrong order, but again, if you think about it, it's like air pressure. Yeah, it's just, it never worked. I don't know. Well, that's alright. Okay, so we're disconnected. We're gonna, now pull this forward just a tiny bit. And then we're gonna stop ourselves. Gonna put the handbrake on. And we're going to stop the traction motor. And like, how do we turn it off? Like, yeah, it's not theoretically off. I don't know, maybe it is. It just doesn't seem like it is. But Not my circus, not my monkeys, man. Alright, so now, again, we're in the D yards, so I gotta go all the way across. So we have to get through here, get to the B yard, and then find our office. There it is. Really? Okay. Like, there's a fence. Maybe I could have gone through the fence, because I kind of just went through the arm. So, unless I did something wrong and misunderstood, like, I should now be able to take this in, and I see greens. So we are completed. And took us 12 minutes, and we got 9,000. So, awesome. Take our money, and now our wallet, 61,893. So, we will worry about what's next. Again, looks like we have some rain in the morning, which is horrid. We will take a look at all that, and I will see you next time.